Hey everyone, welcome to another video in the Q&A series here on the Aviation Pro channel, the series where we gain some aviation knowledge one question at a time. Coming to you today from beautiful Salt Lake City, wonderful city here in the US. Went out for a little ride and a little hike in a nearby nature area. It's one of the benefits of having a little layover in a city like this. You can definitely go out and explore some nature in the area. So having a good time here. Today, question number 7 already in the series, and today's question comes from Vince. Thank you, Vince, for posting your question and for your support to the channel as well. Special wing wave to you. And Vince's question for today is: how many months did you take to complete your Boeing 777-787 type rating? Good question. Now, the type rating is in principle first for the 777, but at my airline you can also use it for the 787, but you do have a bit of a difference training after your initial type rating for the triple before you can get on the 787. But the 777 type rating actually doesn't take that long. For me, it took about 4 to 5 weeks in about 15 sim sessions. That was only the sim session, so if you add about 2 or 3 more weeks of studying with that, it takes about 2 months to do a type rating like this. And it's a very intense type of studying because you have to gain a lot of knowledge in a short amount of time. Usually if you go to an integrated flight school, an integrated ATPL course, you of course get your flight lessons, and you have to do your flying, single engine, multi-engine, instrument, and then you do your type rating. And actually, this part of the course that you do at a flight school is one of the most difficult ones. It's the one where, again, a lot of information in a short amount of time, quite a lot of pressure. You have all these sim sessions one after another, where every sim sessions, you will learn things, you will make mistakes, and you have to try to correct those mistakes, of course, in the other sim sessions as you work towards your exam. So it's quite short, a lot of sim sessions. It starts usually with some computer-based training. This is something that you can do at home usually. On an iPad you get some sort of e-learning tool where you can learn stuff about the airplane that you're going to do your type rating for. And then with that, of course, you're also going to study all the documents, all the manuals that are coming with your airplane, like the operations manual and the flight crew training manual. It contains all the procedures you need to know to fly the airplane, all the normal procedures and the non-normal procedures. And combining that with the theory, you of course then have to put that into practice at the simulator, in the simulator sessions, and that takes about a month, maybe a little bit more. For me this was definitely the most intense part of my flight training, because the other type of flight training is quite relaxed. You can just do your flights, and but here, no matter the weather, whether it's good or bad weather, you are having that sim session. If you have flight training, a flight could easily get cancelled because of bad weather or just not enough visibility for VFR flying, for example. But simulator sessions, they will just, it's a definite fact that they will happen. So for me that was the most intense part of the training, but very much worth it. And to answer your question, it takes about 2 months, and after that, the difference training was only a few sim sessions, and also with a computer-based training, so that took about 2 weeks, I guess. It's usually a lot shorter than people think, and but when you finish your type rating, you know the airplane very well. They really help you to get ready for the exam, and the exam is of course something very official. You may be assigned an instructor at first, but then someone else will take off the exam, and I can tell you, when you finish that, you feel very relieved. I still remember we were done in the middle of the night with the exam in December, and it was just a great feeling. We were done with the whole flight training at that point, and I remember driving back home on the highway in the middle of the night, in the middle of winter. There was nobody on the road, and that feeling of freedom that I had at that point, knowing that the type rating was finished and my whole flight training was finished. That was a very good feeling. So it's very much worth it, but it is a lot of studying. So keep that in mind. If you're considering flight training, it is a lot of work, especially in this phase. It's unfortunately also a phase where some people drop out because it's so intense, and because people sometimes just hit a wall that they might have seen coming before, but at that moment, of course, if something happens, they will try everything they can to get you there, and maybe with some extra sim sessions. But you just have to be wary of this period, that you really give your best effort, keep studying, keep training, keep preparing, just get those drills from the memory items in there and the non-normal procedures. I mean, that's what you're being trained for, to become a pilot. So you have to put your best foot forward in this part of the flight training, okay? So hope that answers your question, gives you a bit of a time frame of how short an actual type rating is. And of course, later in your career, as you progress to another airplane, you might have something similar. You're going to do a switch to another type of airplane within your airline. You have to do the same thing again. A new type rating, new theory, new computer-based training, and then followed by a lot of sim sessions. And then also line training, of course, comes after that, where they take you on flights and then put in practice all the stuff related to flying the real plane en route, and discussing this different regional procedures as you cross all the countries in the world. And a lot of sim sessions, maybe also some circuit training for second officers. That's not included, but if you're going to fly on a different type of airplane, you also have to learn how to land the airplane, of course, and how to take off. And you can maybe do some circuit training as well. So that is always very nice, and also to have the possibility to do such training and to switch to different airplane types. So I hope that gives you a bit of an impression. If you have any questions for the Aviation Pro Q&A series, make sure you leave them here down in the description in the question box. And who knows, your question will be picked for another answer video sometime in the future. For now, I'd like to say goodbye from beautiful and very hot Salt Lake City, and I will see you guys next time.